But what's eating the wasp and hornets?
Nothing. That's why they're
Yeah, that's why I don't like them.
Actually, I did see a spider take down a wasp before.
Good.
Off my back porch.
You watched a real life Pokemon fight?
Yeah. I watched Mini Kaiju. It was like two.
You see two animals fighting.
Mini Kaijus.
You see two animals fighting.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Baby, you're sweet like a pineapple, queen of every sandcastle. Reeling me in like you're bending on tackle, and you rip me apart like the hash slinging slasher, and you, words. You kicked my ass like Flats the Founder. Nothing to say when you're in the game. When I hook you with my heart like it's all a game. Not even a Krusty Krab hits right when I'm eating a 3 a.m. patty without you by my side.
Spend my days in the jellyfish fields, trying to fish you off my mind. Spend my nights at the Goo Lagoon, experiencing the high tide. I feel like the man with glass bones and paper skin and a heart so fragile. Cause without you, this home is just a pineapple.
Hey!
Coherent!
Oh, I can't laugh. Welcome back to that episode of ShinoBroz Podcast. I'm Sly.
I'm Wade.
And we talk about anything and everything.
Things and stuff and whatchamacallit.
Welcome to our podcast.
Who's what's Sure.
How you been, Wade?
I've been alright.
That's good, man. You're a man of you like Jurassic World.
Jurassic World?
Jurassic Park.
The
series.
Yes.
The franchise.
No, I like Jurassic World too. I really like Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park 1 and 2. 3 is okay. Jurassic World 1 was pretty cool as a comeback. It was just like a nostalgia trip. Jurassic World 2 was a little and the new one was kind of like, it was half good and half just kind of boring, and it was upsetting.
Okay.
But they're making a 4th one. But I have a feeling like you didn't ask me that because you're talking about Jurassic World or Jurassic Park.
So you not really. So the concept of Jurassic Park is just bringing back dinosaurs.
Yes.
Bringing an extinct animal back to life.
For better or for worse.
Do you think just the concept alone is a good idea?
Yes and no.
Elaborate.
More no than yes, but yes and no. Because I mean, I'm sure you're talking about recent events that happened where they recently brought back a direwolf from extinction. What's it called?
What?
Unextinction or something like that?
I don't know.
What did they brand it as?
I don't know. I have to.
But yeah, I mean, I watched a video on it. I watched a Hank Green video on it, but I was already thinking most of what he was saying in it before I watched the video. He just kind of confirmed a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
They started with a direwolf.
Mm-hmm.
That went extinct naturally.
Yeah.
So why bring them back?
Yeah.
Like, usually, I think they should have started with something. I mean, I realized they did the direwolf because it, sounds cool in Game of Thrones and pop culture. People really like it in pop culture. But we should have started with something that we caused to be extinct rather than something that naturally went extinct.
Yeah.
Because, and this is where like Hank Green kind of made sense of it, because there's like pockets in ecosystems where, like, if you take a piece of that ecosystem out, if it can't like regrow or like kind of assemble it to keep it balanced or whatever, then ecosystems kind of go haywire. But the direwolf's ecosystem isn't really around anymore, so what's the point of bringing them back?
Yeah.
Like the time when they were alive.
Unless we cause the extinction, if the animals extinctorate, we probably shouldn't bring them back. Like, what's bringing a T-Rex back gonna do for us?
I mean, we can. Yeah, it'd be cool. It's a cool science project, but like it has no real like. It's like the why.
Yeah.
The why is because we can. Because we can. Yeah.
Doesn't mean we should. But apparently like it's not like a full direwolf.
No, it's not a direwolf at all.
Yeah. it's got direwolf DNA, but it's crossed with just a wolf.
I think when you break it down, it has like 0.02% direwolf DNA, and the rest.
Okay, so it's not. They're just making something new. Yes. It's something new then.
Yeah, they just created their own species using a little teeny bit of direwolf and a lot of gray wolf.
I wonder how big this wolf will get though. Because wolves are pretty big. I'm actually surprised how big wolves are.
Yeah.
So like I'm expecting like a horse-sized wolf.
It'll be like that, but I don't know if it would get that big.
I
feel like it'll get a little bit bigger than a gray wolf.
Nah, then you just made a new dog. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Bring back, like the
dodo. Tasmanian tigers.
What animal should go extinct? I'll start. Wasp.
Should? I don't think anything should.
I think wasps should all just die.
I think everything has its place in its ecosystem. And
what does a wasp benefit? I don't believe it.
I mean, they're pollinators.
The reason I don't buy it, they're evil. Wasps are evil, and let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. I had a war with a wasp, like 3 of them yesterday, and it was not fun. There's this little bitch ass wasp that was hanging on my front door. So I was, but like I locked it in because like there's a screen, and listen, I was trying to kill this wasp. Okay, so I locked it in between the screen door and our actual door, and it was just there buzzing, and I was pissing it off because I was trying to like kill it. So I got the wasp spray and I just drowned that bitch. I was just all over it, and it eventually died. Okay. Like it was on the like door window, and I sprayed it, hit it with that foam, that deadly poison, hit with the foam, and it fell down, and I did not stop. I was like, die, bitch. And I kept spraying it. I kept spraying it, until it stopped moving. I'm like, yeah, tell your friends, but you can't because it's dead. So I left.
So you just left the body there.
I left the body there to send a message, and then a wasp came by. I killed that bitch too, because it did the exact same thing. I trapped it in the screen door, and I started spraying it. And then another one came. I'm like, apparently, like, if you kill one, they like...
I think it, like, releases...
Yeah. So
like, some kind of scent or pheromone out there.
So, another wasp came. So, there's a third wasp, all right? So, I'm pretty sure the wasps have, like, a hit out on me, because they started following me and shit. That third one got away. But I know it's looking for me. I just don't know when it's gonna hit, but it's gonna hit. This poor innocent bee flew by and caught a stray because it came too close to me. I thought it was a wasp, so I sprayed it real quick, but I didn't kill it. I sprayed it to enough where it backed off. It hit the ground, but it got back up. But yeah, I almost killed a bee. I also saved a bee. It was raining, and I saw a bee trying to. Its wings were wet, so it couldn't fly. So I kind of just brushed it under my car, and
yeah,
I hope it's alive. I don't like wasps. I think they all should die.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Wasps are assholes.
Yeah.
So you saw a wasp, you trapped it in the door. It was minding its own business, just buzzing around. You trapped it in the door. You drowned it in poison, And then another one came by. He's like, "Oh my God, Jim! What happened to Jim? What'd you?" And then looks at you. He's like, "What'd you do to my buddy Jim?" And then you're like, "Die too, motherfucker!" And then you just spray him down. And then the third one's like, "Where's my buddies? Where's all my guys at?" And then he sees you and he's like, "Oh shit! He's got the poison. I'm gonna leave him alone." And then flies away. And then, but Wasps are the asshole. And then
I regret nothing.
Sweet little innocent bee, probably a carpenter bee that destroys your wood. If you got any wood around, it's gonna burrow right into that. But you're like, sweet little. I'm sorry, I'm attacking.
So Wade just confirmed he's a wasp in disguise because only a wasp would defend a wasp.
I'm a wasp sympathizer.
Boo, boo, kill a wasp. Final answer.
No, I will agree. Wasps are assholes. But it was just funny.
It was either them or me. I'm not giving them the chance, okay? It's on site.
They're just territorial. Kind of like you saw him and you're like, "Get out my house." He was like, "Hey, you're in my house. Get out." I built my house on the side of your house. You're too close.
No. I'm going to burn his house. That's what I'm going to do. You know what animal should probably be extinct, but isn't?
What?
And I love these animals. Pandas.
Oh, pandas are kind of
Pandas
stupid,
are dumb. Pandas would not survive if it weren't for our help. Why are pandas still alive? That's because they're cute looking, and that's why we want them to live.
Yes, they're
but
cute
without us,
looking.
They would die.
They're actually like, aren't they like really mean? Or no, they're not. They're not mean. They're just
dumb,
dangerous.
They can be dangerous.
They're dangerous. Yeah.
They're very stupid. But
just
so
because they're
funny.
dangerous doesn't mean that they're mean.
Yeah. I think they're funny. They're very stupid, but they're such a cute looking animal. But they're so dumb. I keep seeing videos of them just being dumb.
They're just being little pandas.
They're just being pandas.
They're just being a little panda. They're, I don't know. I can't say anything should be extinct.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, it's all about balance in the ecosystem and everything like that. Everything has its place. Even if it's like a little gnat, if you get rid of all gnats, the whole ecosystem's just disrupted.
Well, of course.
Because what about the things that eat the gnats?
Yeah.
And what about the things that eat the things that eat the gnats? And what about the things that eat the things that eat the things that eat the gnats?
I still stand on I still stand on the hill of all wasps should die. Because what are they doing besides causing mayhem?
I will say...
wasps and hornets. Why? Spiders are bigger than my hand. Why?
I mean, usually the bigger the spider, the more harmless they are.
Yeah, but spiders. I don't trust spiders.
Spiders creep me out, but I'm fine with them as long as I can see them. I'm like, hey, little spider. There's like a little spider on the wall right beside me. I'm like, hey, what are you doing there?
House
and
centipedes.
then I look over here and he's gone, and I'm like, no.
House centipedes. Why?
Oh, I like house centipedes.
Ew, they look creepy.
They are creepy, but they're harmless to humans, and they eat all the other bugs that are annoying.
That's true.
They eat the gnats.
Right,
eat the mosquitoes.
I will still kill them if I see them.
They eat the spiders that you don't like.
Okay. But what's eating the wasp and hornets?
Nothing. That's why they're assholes.
Yeah, that's why I don't like them.
Actually, I did see a spider take down a wasp before.
Good.
Off my back porch.
You watched a real life Pokemon fight?
Yeah. I watched Mini Kaiju. It was like
you see two animals fighting.
Mini Kaijus.
You see two animals fighting. It's a real life Pokemon battle.
Yeah.
If you think about it, cops that train dogs, like the canine units, are Pokemon trainers.
Yeah.
They're Pokemon trainers.
I mean, you're
you can't
not
tell
wrong.
Me different. But except of battling other Pokemon, they battle people.
they just
they train the dogs to hurt people.
The little houndooms that hunt down Team Rocket. Instead of Team Rocket stealing Pokemon, they just deal drugs and kill people.
If I
or deal drugs.
If I was a canine unit officer, I would be teaching my dog to use bite Pokemon moves. They're specifically Pokemon moves. just Jerry, you swipe. Jerry, Jerry, bite. Like, you swift attack. Growl.
Well, for swift attack, it has to specifically like zigzag pattern towards them.
Can you imagine? Write this down. This is a skit. Write this down. This is a skit. I just thought of this. I don't know if it's done yet, but all right. So picture this: K9 unit officer, full officer uniform on, walking his K9 unit dog, German Shepherd, probably. So sees a criminal running away. He's got a bag of cash. Right? He just robbed the bank. Criminal's got the ski mask on. He's got the black white striped shirt. He's running away.
The Hamburglar.
Cop goes, all right, give me a name for the dog. Give me a name for a dog.
Rufus.
Okay, that's my neighbor's dog. All right.
Oh, okay.
All right, Rufus, get ready. This is our time. Gets the hat, pulls it back. It's like, all right, Rufus, go get him. I choose you.
A cop hat backwards. I don't think it would look very cool.
It adds to the effect, right?
Yeah.
And then Rufus starts running after the bad guy. All right, Rufus, use bite. What? What kind of command was that? Use bite, Rufus. Just
Yeah.
All right, we got him down now. Swift attack.
Use I don't know, what was I gonna say? Use sniff out drugs.
Sniff out drugs. There we go. Yeah.
Use Sonic Nose or something.
Here we go.
Like
That's
that.
a skit. We're writing down.
I'm getting a phone call.
Oh, Wade's got a phone. Why is it always when we're recording the podcast?
I don't know.
That you
Because
get a
we
phone
always
call?
record at
It's probably your mom.
3:30.
Is it your mom?
Yeah,
She's probably asking you what you want to eat for lunch.
probably.
She's gonna call the other phone. Oh, you haven't been charging this phone.
No. Why would I charge that phone that's loud on the podcast?
Because it's funny when it happens. Because I make you answer it and you have to talk to your mom on the podcast.
What animal would you train as a Pokemon?
Ooh.
I mean, like,
animal?
because dogs are easily trainable, but if you could train any animal, what animal would you
Ooh.
want to train like that?
Ooh, that's a good question. What animal? It's gotta be like a really smart animal. What's a really smart animal? An octopus.
An octopus?
Yeah. Because if I get that octopus,
If I get that octopus.
Okay. Everything you touch turns perverted.
Hey, you said it.
If I trained an octopus to strangle someone, it's over. It's a wrap. Can you
That'd
imagine?
be like a horror movie too, because they
Yeah.
like kind of like
And they got the
creep
suction
towards
cups.
you, and
Got
then
the
they
suction
like
cups.
crawl up on you on the bed,
I'll take it a step further.
and then just like
I'll take it a step further. So imagine getting strangled by an octopus, right? I'll take it a step further. It lodges its tentacle down your throat. It shoves its tentacle down your throat. Suffocation. Death. This is getting dark.
I mean,
This is why Pokemon should not be allowed to exist.
if you were sleeping, I could see that. If you were awake and it tried to go down the throat, I think you could just bite a tentacle off. I think you could
That's
bite his
true.
tentacle off, and if it
But
was
here's the
either
thing.
bite a tentacle off
Here's the
or
thing.
asphyxiate,
Even if you bite an octopus tentacle off, the suction cup still works. So if it gets lodged,
do they actually like suction though?
yeah. Have you?
Because
You ever seen an octopus like grab onto someone? The suction cups are just stuck there. When you get a when they have like in Japan where you eat live octopuses or octopi, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
think octopuses is a term, but if you eat it live, it's a disclaimer like, hey, they can still get stuck in your throat.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. So,
But do the suction cups work? Are they actually suction cups, or are they like little grabby hands?
I don't
Are they
know.
like little grabby cups?
I don't know. Well, it leaves a mark, so I'm assuming it actually suctions.
Okay.
So.
But I don't know. I feel like you could like if it starts going in your mouth, you can be like.
Have you ever ate octopus before?
No.
It's very chewy.
I have no desire to.
It's very.
It looks like it would be chewy.
Have you had
An octopus
calamari?
looks like it would be chewy.
Yeah. Have you ever had calamari?
No. Because I know
It's just fried squid.
I know it's squid. That's
It's
why
not? They have it at they have it at Italian restaurants.
Yes.
It's not bad.
I don't want it.
We're gonna try it now. Now that you said you haven't had it, we're gonna try it.
Well, you said if you wanted to eat bugs, might as well just eat slimy. No, it's not. It's not slimy. It's fried. I mean, I'd be down to try it. I just have no desire to eat stuff like that. I tried frog legs one time, and I'm just like, this is.
We're gonna get Wade to try different weird foods for views. We're gonna exploit Wade's taste palette for views. What Pokemon would you, or what animal would you choose? I chose octopus.
I mean, I was thinking more.
Well, that's
the first animal that I actually thought of because you said something intelligent or whatever. Crow.
Ooh.
Because you can
they're
already
smart.
train them to bring you gifts.
Yeah, they're smart. But would they be good for attacking?
Peck your eyes out.
I don't know. I could shoo away a crow. I feel like
You think?
maybe.
Them guys is like this big.
Just
Coming at you. Plus they fly in flocks. They got friends.
Now if they use friends. If they use call for help, that's a problem.
Yeah.
If they use call for help, that's a problem. I got my home to fight a bunch
It'd be
of crows
like
that can fly.
the freaking episode 1 when
the
all
first
the
episode,
the
yeah.
Spearows attack.
Yeah. All right, I'll give you that one.
I don't know. I just think they're intelligent. They can bring you stuff. I think they can communicate. And they got sharp talons and beaks. And they fly.
Yeah, the flying makes it harder, and they
And
go
they
in a
have
flock.
friends.
Yeah. That'll be a problem. Unless
I mean, it's not. I don't know. That's just the front. That's just the first animal that I thought of thinking about training for a Pokemon fight or whatever.
for Pokemon fight.
Something fun? What's a fun one? What's a fun one if you could train anything?
I don't know.
Alligator?
Why an alligator?
I don't know. It just looks scary and it's cool. It's like a little
it could
dinosaur.
be on land and sea.
Yeah.
Something fun? I don't know a fun one. Yeah. I don't know, a giraffe.
Sloth.
Sloths are slow though.
You think?
Oh, no, they are.
They're not in any immediate danger. Actually, I think they are always slow, but I just thought it would be funny to look up like how fast can sloths go, and it's like 72 miles per hour or something like that. You just see it like running
on its two legs, and its arms are flopping backwards.
like an orangutan, but smaller. And they got them claws. They can fury swipe you all day.
Apparently, their claws are poisonous. Are they?
I think I've heard that.
Are
I think their saliva is poisonous, and then they like lick their claws, and then they scratch or something like that.
Hey Siri, are sloths poisonous? Venomous, not poisonous.
Venomous, yes.
I want to hold a sloth. Why you should never touch a sloth? No, that's not what I want. Hey Siri, are sloths venomous? No, sloths are not venomous. So
What is that then? I feel like that's a thing. I think
we're thinking of platypus. Platypus has the venomous claws.
maybe.
I think. What is a platypus? It's got a duck beak and a beaver tail and a long body. What is a platypus?
Platypus is just something God created with the spare parts.
But that is an odd creature, though.
The left they reports.
Platypus is a Pokemon.
Sure.
A platypus is a real life Pokemon. Because what is that? What is a platypus?
The platypus is someone couldn't decide what they wanted to be reincarnated as. So they were just like, well, I like ducks and I like beavers and I like to swim in the I like to swim around in the river like an otter or something like that. So
No.
they're like, can I have both? And
That's
then the universe was like, why not?
But-
And then,
Here's this abomination, the platypus.
you can be whatever you want to be.
Puts a hat on. Perry the platypus.
I can't do the yeah, something like that.
Is that what they actually sound like?
I don't know.
I have more questions than answers. Why did we start talking about this?
Oh.
What were you looking up?
Venomous mammals. Because I feel like there's something other than...
There's a lot of myths that I don't believe. Like, daddy long legs are venomous, but their fangs are too sharp or too short to pierce the skin. You ever heard that one?
Yeah.
I don't think that's true. I mean, I could probably just Google it.
Oh, this might be what I'm thinking of.
What would you find?
Hold on.
Are cobras venomous?
Oh, rattlesnake. That's not a mammal.
Did you know? I found this recently.
Copperhead.
I found out this recently that most people probably know, but I didn't know. Rattlesnake rattles aren't actually rattles. There's nothing in it. It's hollow.
It's like
It's their skin.
it's
It's their.
bone or cartilage or
It's
whatever.
their. It's their. Once they shed,
Yeah.
it adds a layer every time they shed to the back of the tail, and then when they wiggle their tail, it vibrates real fast.
They clack together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they clack together. They're not really rattles. Interesting. I found that out recently. Now you guys know it. If you didn't know it, now you know. When did you know it? Now. You're welcome. As I'm stalling because wait, it's looking up something.
Look at this adorable little thing. Maybe that's what I was thinking.
What
of.
is it?
It's like
a slow loris?
it's a slow loris.
What?
He's just like the picture is him like what's going on?
Don't come here. I'll kill you.
If you touch me, I'll die. I'll kill you. I don't know why I said die.
If you touch me, I will unalive you.
It looks like the animal from Madagascar, the little
Lemur.
Lemur, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a lemur?
I mean, it looks like it could be a lemur. Like, because there's lots of different types of lemurs.
We have no sense of direction in this podcast episode. We're just spilling nonsense. we had no direction.
What are you talking about? It's kind of... Oh, yep, duck-billed platypus.
Duck-billed platypus?
Is there a platypus that's not duck-billed?
Yeah, I'm saying...
'Cause I've always heard
that
it
what
as
a platypus is, as a duck-beaver combination. He's reading. It's okay. Take your time. Just some dead air. Would you like to share with the class?
Well, there's nothing really of value here. Or, like, that I want to add.
Okay.
It's no wonder that Winston Churchill found these fascinating animals so captivating. Yeah, because it looks like a fucking freak. Imagine not knowing this thing exists and then just walking by a river and being like, what the hell is that?
Is that a beaver? No, it's a duck. Are you sure?
But it's got 4 legs.
It's got a beaver. It's got a
It's
beaver
got no
bill.
wings. Could you imagine if platypuses had 4 legs and also wings?
Okay, but like, could you imagine seeing any new animal for the first time? What is that? It looks like a cat, but it's like a very big cat, and it's got orange and white or black stripes. That's a really big cat. Is it so a lion? No. It's orange and black. It's just.
But
Can you
it's just
imagine?
an orange and black lion, then, right?
This kind. It's like in Avatar, how he's like, platypus bear? No, just bear. This place is weird.
Yeah. Have you ever? Now that you bring up tigers, have you ever seen the videos of? I've seen like little short videos of just big cats just being cats.
Yeah.
Like tigers, lions, and panthers just doing regular house cat things.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's adorable. They could also break all of the bones in your body.
They could
with
kill you.
One swipe.
They could kill you.
One little bap and your whole spine is shattered.
Could you?
One little love bite and your hand is gone.
Could you raise a tiger?
Could I raise a tiger?
Yeah. So like
From kitten?
Yeah. So
Cub?
knowing what a tiger can do and what
Hey.
it is.
How come baby cats are kittens, but baby tigers are cubs? Riddle me that.
What the fuck are you doing? Just,
I don't know. I just thought of it.
Why do our nose run but our feet smell?
Did you ever think something?
No.
Huh? Why not? Why are bears? Why are baby bears cubs, baby cats kittens, but baby tigers are also cubs?
Things that can kill you versus things that can't? I don't know.
A cat can kill you. Cat scratch fever.
If you're allergic, I don't.
If you're allergic and if their nails are dirty.
This is what we talk about.
But no, what sorry, I cut you off. What were you talking about?
I don't know. You
I
just
just talked about big cats doing little cat things.
Oh, if you could raise a tiger, would you?
Oh, from a cub. That's where it came from.
So knowing what a tiger is capable of as a full-grown adult, you raise it as a cub, but at some point, he or she is going to be uncomfortable to be around.
That's the whole I think it was like Siegfried and Roy. Is it
Education systems failed us.
Siegfried and Roy? I think they're the magicians, right?
We didn't pay attention in school. Stay in school, kids.
I don't think they taught magicians in school.
Stay in school, kids, or else you're
Siegfried
gonna
and
end
Roy.
up doing podcasts for a living.
Yeah, they were the that's the truth. Yeah, Siegfried and Roy, one of them got carried off stage in the lion's mouth, or it was either a lion or a tiger in their mouth, and they were saying like, oh, it's dangerous, but then people like animal specialists were saying like, no, the tiger was actually like protecting, or they were doing, like, it was harmful to us, but it's what they would be doing to like a cub or something, like carrying it in its mouth or whatever. And regular people were like, oh my god, it's attacking him. But it was actually like, no, it's trying to get him to safety. Mm-hmm. But I think it ended up killing him in the process or something like that. So they thought that the animal killed him on purpose, but it was actually just trying to protect him.
Thanks.
That being said, if you raise it from a cub, a tiger kitten,
a tiger baby,
there is that level, because it's basically the nature versus nurture type thing.
Bonding.
Yeah, well, that too, but like, because wild animals have instincts bred into them, and you can't really control the instincts all the time. But then there's also like, you know, when, like you said, bonding. Whenever you raise them from a baby, they are bonded to you. They know you as mama or daddy.
Yeah.
And they don't feel compelled to. It's not like just because I'm human and it's big tiger now, it's going to be like food.
Yeah.
It's still going to see me as the one that raised it. But that also being said, it can't always control the force that it uses when it's playing with me.
Yeah.
or with anything else outside of my control. Like if I take it for a walk down the street and it sees a dog and it's like, that dog is food. I don't recognize that dog.
Yeah.
It could go after the dog thinking it's food. And then that's not cool.
Yeah.
But, and I was going to say this too, but I don't think it really has anything to do. Well, it has a little bit to do, but have you ever heard of the analogy that's like or it might have actually happened, but I don't know. The elephant tied to a tree?
No.
Where they used it a lot in self-help stuff that I saw.
Yeah.
Talking about like limiting beliefs and stuff. So there's like a little tree and you take a baby elephant and you tie them to a tree or whatever, and it tries and it can't get away from the tree, right? When it's little. And then it grows up because it tries and it's like, I can't do it, so I might as well just accept it or whatever. And then it grows up, it's a full-size elephant, but the tree is still this little tree. The full-size elephant can rip that tree out of the ground if it wanted to, but because it was ingrained in its head when it was a baby that it couldn't, it still thinks that it can't move that little tree that it's tied to.
Interesting.
I was going to tie that to a big tiger thinking that I'm its mama somehow, but I think that's more of like a self-help analogy than a training analogy or a raising a wild animal analogy. Conditioning.
We're all programmed.
So if you ever think that there's something that you can't do because you thought it was useless or whatever when you were younger, try it again. You might be able to do it now, or you might have a limiting belief that you never knew you had.
Yeah, what he said.
Raise a tiger from a baby, from a cub kitten.
What if you get like shocking news and you don't know what to do with it? I don't know how this correlates.
Shocking news?
But okay.
Like being struck by lightning?
Here we go. There'll be I don't know why this correlates. Okay. This is what we do here.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. But okay, so what if, and there's gonna be other
variables.
Yes. You could throw that in here, but all right, just the question alone. What if you get shocking news and the person that told you is on their deathbed and like they're gonna die like in like 10 minutes and they just tell you, hey man, I just want you to know I killed a bunch of children, they're on my backyard.
I was thinking like, come closer. Closer. You're adopted. It's like, what? I don't think that would be very big news.
All right, here. Let me throw some stipulations
if
in there.
Someone's on their deathbed and they're
right,
I killed 500 children and they're buried under my house.
Let me throw in some stipulations. All right, this old neighborhood lady, next door neighbor to you. Very sweet lady. You've built a rapport relationship. You know, she's that old sweet old grandma that you always occasionally say hi to. Sometimes you guys get together, have a little tea, and catch up, talk about life and all this stuff. She gets sick. She's on her deathbed. All right, her final moments. She wants, because you guys have such a good relationship. You're over there because you used to take care of her, vice versa, whatever. She looks at you, she says, Wade, I need to tell you a secret before I die. I've committed mass murders. What would you do? I murdered so many people. Now, here we go.
I don't think I would.
Here we go. No.
I would just be like in the moment, me, myself, and I, seeing this old woman that I knew my whole life or whatever, not related to me or anything, just an old woman like a neighbor or something.
Yeah.
And if she said she killed a bunch of people, I'd be like, whoa, I'm glad you're dead, but I can't do anything about it.
But here's the thing. She has a reputation in the town, okay? And she's everyone knows her as a sweet old lady. She donates to charity. She does all these great stuff. Then on her deathbed, she tells you that she's committed. She's a serial killer, pretty much. And she dies. Now, would you let her legacy be what everyone thinks she is, or would you go and tell someone?
I mean, this would have to have more backstory to where, like, I'm like, what? No. And then, like, I go look her up some more and, like, dig deep into it and find out that it's all true.
Mm-hmm.
Do I put it all out there and ruin her reputation? Or do I just let it die with her?
That is the big question.
I mean, myself, I'd probably be like, she wasn't as good as a person as you all thought she was. She did good things.
She was trying to atone for her sins.
Things.
She was trying to atone for her sins.
Yeah, I mean, well, I feel like that's what a lot of the people are doing with, like, Gandhi and Mother Teresa and stuff like that. It's like, sure, we hear about them doing good things, but they also did a lot of bad things and stuff like that. I don't think it negates the good things that they did, but it's also like, well, maybe you shouldn't, like, look up to them as
a pedestal.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So the answer: Would you be a snitch? I'll tell you right now, I would be a snitch.
Would I be a snitch?
I'm ruining that woman's legacy because why?
It doesn't. I feel like it wouldn't affect me that much. Because, like, unless it was, like, someone I knew personally, like, people in the neighborhood that I knew were starting to disappear or something like that, then it would be a little, like, no, she's, like, she did all this stuff.
Yeah.
And there's not really anything you can do now. She got justice by dying, I guess, but...
Nah.
Or she escaped justice by dying. If it were something more personal, like I poisoned your cat or something like that, then I feel like I would... I don't know. I would...
All right, let me flip-flop it. She didn't kill people. She just killed other people's animals.
Oh, total bitch. Burn in hell.
I like the switch. It's like, people, it's already done. Nothing we can do about it now. Animals, kill her. Burn her now.
Yeah. Resuscitate her so I can kill her.
I'll kill her myself.
Bring her back so I can throw her in the fire. But I don't know.
All right, let me change sticking to the topic of killing. Now, do you think if someone's in the hospital and they're in pain and they want to die, is it ethical to kill them? Or should they be put in life support and drag the suffering?
Well, if they've got a what's it called? Like a do not resuscitate, a DNR.
Mm-hmm.
If they got that, then I'm like, do it. That's what they wanted.
Yeah.
Do it. Of course, I got like a morbid comfortability with death anyway.
Yeah.
To where I'm like, that's their wishes. Like, who are we to basically take that choice from them?
Yeah.
That's a choice that they made, and by not doing that, by resuscitating them or whatever, you are
I feel like
taking that choice away from them.
Here's my thing. I feel like if the person is suffering and you can see that and they know that,
Yeah.
and they give you consent, like, hey, I don't want to suffer anymore, I want to die, let me die, instead of letting them wait to die, you can, like, inject them and let them die that way, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think that the thing is, a lot of people don't want that on their hands. Like, you know, doctors, nurses, they don't want to do that.
There's actually a story of a woman, I forget where it was, but there was an older woman who had a do not resuscitate.
Yeah.
And the doctor or the nurse or whoever was there actually did resuscitate her, but she had to like go a couple of days with like a feeding tube down her throat and everything, and basically like on life support or whatever. I don't know the exact story, but it traumatized her to where she wanted to sue the hospital or whatever because they did that. And she's like, she can't hardly sleep because every time she goes to bed, she just pictures herself like in the hospital with the feeding tube down her throat and all that stuff like that. Now, and this is like an older woman too, but I'm like, because if they wouldn't have resuscitated her, she would have just died, and that would have been the end. But because they resuscitated her, she had to go through all that, and now has trauma because of that, and like they took her choice away. That was her choice.
It's like that scene in Incredibles where that guy jumps off the building and Mr. Incredible saves him. And he's like, I saved your life. He's like, no, you ruined my perfectly good death. That's what it is. I feel like if you're suffering and you're like, oh, I don't want to live anymore, just let them die.
Now, if they're suicidal,
that's
if they're
suicidal,
suicidal,
that's a mental health
then
issue.
Like, I was like, let's talk about it.
But if they're suffering, like in
like,
agony and pain,
if they have like. They cannot live life to the fullest because they are in pain.
Yeah. I feel like there should be a department in the hospital that deals with that thing. Because, like, doctors and nurses.
I think there is. Or
not how I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
So how doctors and nurses, their job is to keep the game going. Okay, they're maintenance.
You mean the euthanizers?
Yes. I think there should be a department where, like, this person, executioners.
Executioners, that's the word I'm looking for.
But there should be a department in the hospital where, if a person consents and is like, "Hey, I'm suffering, I don't want to do this anymore. You can kill me." There should be a department that just handles that.
Yeah. They
can be called like the Grim Reapers or something. I don't know. just throw names out there. But. I mean, I see that's more humane than letting someone suffer. Because if it's not getting any better, what's the point? Because
what's the point of DNRs if you're going to resuscitate them anyway, or try to resuscitate them?
I just think it's humanely, it seems reasonable, and this is, I mean. Using a lot of resources for someone who doesn't want to live.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it's controversial. It's just throwing that out there, No one wants universal healthcare here, so let's get political.
If I'm dead, I don't have to pay it. I don't have to worry about it.
But whoa, I know. I'm just Jesus. No, I'm not Jesus, but. I'm just throwing that out there. What y'all think?
Tell us in the comments.
Canceled. This person wants everyone to die.
I don't want everyone to die. I just think that if you are
suffering
and you are okay with death or whatever, and you have a do not resuscitate, they should not resuscitate you.
This episode got
I don't
dark.
think they should kill you, but if you are going through,
I feel like it should be if you want to die, that should be your. Okay, this is bad. Maybe we should stop talking. I'm gonna cut this out.
This is what therapy is for.
Listen, mental health is different. All right, I want you to be suicidal, but I want you to live a good life. But if you're got some kind of disease and are suffering. I don't know. I feel like that's how much life can you actually live? And I'm going to get some heat for this. Luckily, no one watches our podcast all the way through, so maybe this will not get... All jokes, guys. All jokes. We're just kidding here. This is what we do.
Clip it.
Just kidding. No,
make a short. Clip it.
We're not clipping it. This has canceled written all over it. We're gonna be controversial for the wrong reasons.
No, it's the real talks.
I guess. Hot take. Everyone's against us.
Real talk. If you want to die, you should die. Don't let anyone say you can't.
Can we wrap this up?
Nah.
Okay, we gotta end on a better.
Everyone's cool. Therapy is good. Live life.
Live, love, laugh.
Life is just a game. It's a beautiful lie. It's a perfect denial. It's a beautiful lie to believe in.
Anyways.
No, Jared Leto's going to get us canceled.
We got time. What time is it? Okay. You know what? We got time. Hey, real quick. We're going to switch it up.
All right.
To
something a little more positive.
More controversial.
More controversial.
So Kanye West.
Oh,
Kanye
West isn't.
Have you heard anything about Kanye?
I saw it from UNAG talking about it on Facebook, and then I got other Facebook memes of it and stuff like that.
Okay, so I need everyone as a collective whole to we need to take away Kanye's internet, because this
take away his internet, or just stop giving him attention.
Just stop giving him a platform, because I don't care that he made college dropout. I don't care that he made graduation. He needs to stop. You need to stop giving him a platform, because he is spilling some wild, crazy shit, and it's got.
That's the thing.
I stopped messing with him when he started doing the anti-Semitic stuff. All right, I don't know why people are still trying to defend him. He had an interview where he dressed up in a Ku Klux Klan outfit, mask and all. It was all black, but it was still a Klan outfit.
Yeah.
Like, what? I don't.
He's unwell. But that doesn't justify what he's doing.
I can see why Kim's trying to keep the kids away from him.
Yes.
This is a valid reason. So if no one knows what happened, should I just read it? I don't want to read it. I don't even want to read it.
They know. If you know, you know.
He made a tweet recently about him and his cousin performing fellatio on each other. Now,
glizzies.
here's where it's controversial. Depending on how old the cousin is, it doesn't matter that they're both 14 or whatever. Because he said it was like 14. He said 14.
He was 14.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Till he was 14.
Yeah.
So before.
So it doesn't matter if they were both underage or not. If the cousin was younger, then Kanye just kind of admitted to molesting his cousin.
And if it was older, then Kanye is admitting that he was molested.
Yeah.
Which might be a root of a lot of his problems.
But.
And trauma and stuff like that. If it's even real.
Even if it's true.
Even if it's true.
It's also Kanye.
I mean, if it's true at all, we don't know if it's true or not. He could just be saying it for attention, for headlines and all this stuff.
That's still something wild to say.
It is pretty wild to say.
Especially in the hip-hop community.
Yeah. Has his cousin said anything? Is his cousin alive? Cousin's like, whoa. whoa. No.
But it's still wild, and we need to stop taking or giving him a platform. This is, someone check him in, because I'm tired of hearing Kanye.
I never liked Kanye. There was the one song that but the one song that comes to mind whenever I hear Kanye.
Yeah.
Is the Woman So Heartless song.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Heartless.
Yeah. And even that, I just kind of, I don't know. It was a jam when it came out, and then
he needs to be stopped.
The other one where he basically sampled Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger by Daft Punk, and then just slowed it down and made it a little more cool sounding. But then I can just go back and listen to Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger.
Kanye,
and feel better about myself.
Kanye used to be cool. He is not cool anymore, and we need to stop.
He was never cool to me, but
he had some hits.
He did.
He became a trend. He ushered in a new era of hip hop.
And if he didn't
So
have
say-
all this stuff attached to him, then it would just be creative outlets or whatever.
Yeah, but just the wild stuff. He's
And I
been
can
saying,
separate-
I can't.
Depending on what it is, most of the time I can separate the art from the artist.
Yeah.
But then Kanye's artist was seeping into the art, so you couldn't separate them. Didn't he make he made an album where it had like Nazi. The album had Nazi imagery in it, but the lyrics were also like anti-Semitic
Yeah.
and racist and stuff like that. So it's like you can't separate the art from the artist if the artist is,
Yeah.
putting that into the art. But I don't know.
Is there any good news that we have? Is there anything?
Good news.
I don't want to end it on that. I don't want to end it on Kanye. Shoot. In better. Okay, from now on.
Kind of related on a good note. Did you hear Snoop Dogg's new song, "Last Chance with Mary Jane"?
No.
It's pretty good. It's pretty trippy. The video for it is wild.
I have to watch it. Maybe that's a reaction video.
Good reacting. I've already seen it.
Good news. We're going to Comic-Con. We're going to
We're not going to Comic-Con. You can't say Comic-Con. We're going to a convention.
Yeah. Maybe. You on board yet?
I could. It's only an hour away for one day. Yeah, I can do it.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna ShinoBroz. We're going. We're in the road.
Woo!
We're going to a convention, sci-fi convention.
Shouldn't say what it is. Well, and not that.
Shoot.
I don't think our audience is big enough to have stalkers yet, but
It's
just
fine.
in case.
No one's watching up to here, anyways.
Yeah, true.
They'll watch
Maybe.
like the first 10 minutes and then they shut off.
We could have stalkers. Never know.
I think we're fine.
I had a stalker and I didn't even have a podcast at the time. Or
Okay, let's get into that. Let's get into that. We have time. Do we have time? We have time.
it wasn't that big of a deal. She was
Let's talk about-
she would just show up to places where I was or whatever. I don't know, she was just weird. I don't see her anymore though.
Not that you know of. She's actually
Yeah,
hiding behind the couch right
in
now.
the-
She's in the couches.
She's got a camera like somewhere around
Can
here.
we ask why was she stalking you?
I don't know. I was just nice to her, I guess.
Mm.
I feel like
She's probably watching this podcast right now.
no, I don't think so.
Talk about me, Wade.
Nah. I don't know. My only takeaway is just listen to women. Because I have had some experiences not near as not near as bad as what women have. But I've had experiences like just being nice to someone and them just turning out to be a weird, creepy stalker. So I'm like, yes, girls get that tenfold. Guys get it too, but I don't feel like near as much. But it's, yeah.
All right. And on that note, we'll end it there.
Good news. Going to a convention. Woo! Don't have a stalker. Woo! Anymore.
Like, rate, subscribe, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Join our Discord, play chess with Wiz. Check out our other content on our YouTube. New stuff coming in, new content. Fun stuff, guys. Let us know what you want to see.
ShinoBroz workshop. We trying things.
Yeah, we trying.
We tried it.
Let us know what you want to hear us talk about, what you want to see us do, react to things, whatever. Just throw in the comments wherever you're watching, listen to. Give us a like. Give us a like. Share us with your friends.
If you want to see what this is, that's another video.
Follow us for more content. Yay! Bye.
Bye bye.
Peace.